Hello everyone, and welcome to Money Monday.
Money Monday. What is our show?
Hollywood, Bollywood, Denverwood.
Welcome to Hollywood, Bollywood, Denverwood, where you learn how to start your acting career, no matter where you live. And now, your hosts, Elizabeth and Troy Horn.
Yes, this is Money Monday, when we talk about the financial aspects of being an actor.
Right.
And today
We're going to talk about all the jobs.
All the jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Not Steve Jobs.
Oh.
So, actors obviously are always looking for roles, but there are a lot of other roles besides acting in the job of putting, or the task of putting a show together.
Do you know all of them?
Nobody does.
It's all the credits at the end of the movie, but we're not going to go over all those. We're going to go over a few select acting industry jobs for you to be aware of.
This is going to be the overview today. Starting next week, we'll go more in depth into each different job or role in the industry and kind of more what they do.
Right, so take notes. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, actor.
That's you.
That's you. What do actors do? They act.
They act, yes. But it's interesting, being an actor, there is the creative side,
right,
and that's kind of like what you get paid to do when you're on set or on stage. And then there's also the business side, and that's what you have to do in order to be able to get on stage or on set.
And then there's the learning your craft side.
I kind of lump that into the creative.
Yeah, just make sure we're very clear of the going to classes side and learning how to do it, or getting a coach or a mentor side.
Yeah, the creative part of being an actor, it's what you do when you're acting, but it's also what you do when you're acting, whether it's on stage or on set or in class, working with your coach, working with your friends, working by yourself in your own home, when you're learning lines, that's the creative side.
Right.
That's all. When you're figuring out, what to think about that's going to give you that right feeling that you need for the scene. That's all the creative side.
Number 2.
Number 2, if you are the parent of an actor who's a minor, you have a big job too. A lot of that business side, as well as support for the creative side, is going to be on you. You really have to understand what they're doing and not just like drop them off at class and be they've got it.
That reminds me of a story. I go to basketball stuff, and soon, actually this year, we're going to start doing science stuff with our second son, Silas, which is awesome. And so many times, I get it, parents. We're busy. You're busy. Everyone's busy. I totally get it. But sometimes, at least majority, 50 to 60% of the time, you need to stay, sit, watch, learn, ask questions as much as you can to know about the quality of the instruction or the direction or the production that your child is in. You can't just go, like Elizabeth said, and just drop off every time. Stay around.
With that said, like in our acting classes, parents can't sit in the room and watch,
right,
but they can certainly sit right outside and hear everything that's going on, which a lot of them do.
Stay around. No, all right, so number 3, acting coaches.
Acting coaches. Okay, so about selecting an acting coach, we have a couple of rules of thumb. The main thing is that you are studying. Get in a class, get a coach, study online, read books.
Right.
Any and all of the above are going to help you.
Can you suggest any books they should read, like just off the top of your head?
Oh yeah, my favorites are Audition by Michael Shurtleff.
Number 1.
Sanford Meisner on acting.
Sanford, what's up? He's actually not watching.
Yeah, he's dead. But he was a wonderful acting teacher. Meisner is Meisner, Sanford Meisner on acting. Mm-hmm. And that's Sanford, not Stanford.
Sanford and Son, if that helps anyone.
There you go. The third one of many, I'm just going to leave it with 3 today. Respect for Acting by Uta Hagen.
Ah, cool.
Good ones.
Good ones.
Now, if you're like 8, they're going to be a little advanced. But again, parents of actors, go ahead and read them. It'll help you help your child.
Great. Number 4, agent.
Agent. So, agents are one kind of talent representatives that actors may have.
Right.
Yes.
They kind of get you jobs, they kind of network. No, don't get you jobs, you get yourself the job. But they get the opportunity to audition, network you into higher, well, not really, like...
They negotiate your contract.
Right, and they get you into better opportunities. That's what I was searching for, better opportunities.
Exactly, because as an actor, you can get some opportunities on your own, but agents have access to a whole lot of information that you don't know. Some of it's like through the breakdowns and stuff like that, but some of it's just through like having connections and knowing people. And that is their job, to get you indoors, and then you have to close the deal once you're in the door. And then it's also their job to negotiate your contracts and try to get the best terms. That's going to mean the most money and benefits and things like that for you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Beneficial. It's beneficial. It's beneficial. Okay. Number 5, managers.
Ditto what we just said.
Right.
Because managers do a lot of the same things agents do.
And momagers.
And momagers.
And dadagers.
And dadagers.
Yeah.
So a manager is kind of like an agent. They do a lot of there's a lot of overlap in their responsibilities, but they tend to have a little bit smaller client lists. They tend to be more personal, guide you with a little bit more of the day-to-day stuff, and be more involved in your kind of development, if you will.
Yeah. They actually are okay for you to call more often than the agent. The agent, you call them a lot, they're going to be like, ugh, will you please stop calling me? I told you the answer yesterday. Whereas managers are kind of like, oh, it's so-and-so.
Okay,
I love them.
You better not call them to ask the same thing they already told you about, because that's how you get dropped.
Boom.
Boom.
That was better.
Agents are more regulated than managers. Agents can only take 10%. That this is in if they're like franchised. And managers can take whatever you will agree to, but typical is like 10 to 20%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Number 6, attorneys, business managers, and accountants.
As you grow as an actor, you're going to need other people on your team. One of those might be an attorney to look over all your contracts, advise you on legal matters, etc. Business manager or accountant to help you with your financial life.
All right, and make sure that when you go see movies, they're in the right category for your taxes, or when you go do this or that you kind of are taxed appropriately for those things, because as an actor, you know some of those things are research that you need to actually be aware of, and so some of them are tax deductible.
Business expenses. So, but one thing, I think it's super important for them all to know, no matter how many people you have on your team, stay involved in all your stuff. Read every word of every contract that you ever sign.
Read it.
Look at your own accounts. Be in touch with what's going in and what's coming in and what's going out.
Can't tell you how many people I know who are in Los Angeles who said, who made it really well beyond what their level of success they thought would be, and they made all this money, and they go, oh, I can't believe my so-and-so did this. I wasn't watching my accounts or whatever, and they took this money or that. Don't be one of those. All right, number 7, casting directors.
Casting directors. So it's the casting director's job to coordinate and supervise the casting process. Casting means hiring actors for a project. So casting directors know tons of actors. It's their job to know a whole lot of actors. Most of them really love actors. Like they really get what actors are all about and everything. So, but they also work very closely with the creative team, right? The director, the show creator, the writers, depending on if it's TV or film, it's different people that they're working closely with, but they work closely with the creatives and closely with the actors. They're like the link from the project to the actors that are available, and they present the missing link. And they present the very best options for any given role to the decision makers.
Right. And like you said, they know the number 8 directors.
That's right. So the director is the director's job is basically to bring the script to life. What's on the page, make it happen. Composing shots, telling the actors where to go and what, how to deliver things and all that kind of stuff. The art direction, all that kind of stuff. And if you're in a film, they're really the lead creative force. If you're in TV, directors they may only direct one episode or a few episodes or whatever. They are more like, from show to show.
Right.
Yeah.
So they make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. They direct you. Yeah. Which leads to the executive producer.
Of course, we were just going to do producer.
Oh, producer. Okay.
Okay.
Producers.
Producer. So basically, I think of the producer as being like the nuts and bolts person. The person who supervises all aspects of the production, brings all the people together, gets the locations, gets the,
Like the Rosie Riveter. That's her name, right?
I don't know who that
Rosie
is.
the Riveter, the lady on the You Can Do It, things where she has a scarf on and, no, okay. Well, some of you guys know who it is. Anyways, yes, you're saying?
Anyway, the producer is really the person who, is just in charge of bringing it all together and making it happen.
Yep. Which brings to the executive producer.
Executive producer is the person who puts the financing in place. They're the money person. They're also the person who's they bring the people with the money to the production and connect that, and they're also the person who's sweating bullets, making sure everything stays on budget and on time.
That pencil cost how much? That's what they do. And then we have
Next.
the network and the studio or production company.
Okay, so a lot of people are kind of wait, what's the network? What's the studio? What's the production
this one I
company?
like.
How do
I
they
like
all
this
work
one.
together?
Yeah.
Here's the short answer. The network is where it airs. The studio is where it shoots.
Okay.
And the production company is who makes it.
Oh, so they're not all three the same thing.
They're not.
Good to know.
Sorry, that was really quiet. They're not all the same thing.
They ain't the same thing.
However, production companies, they might be kind of in-house within a studio.
I think that's what It's a Laugh is for Disney, right?
Right. I think they have one other. Anyway, so production companies, they might be created just to shoot or just to make one film, and then they never make another project, or they might make many projects. But the company typically doesn't have its own facilities for production.
Right.
They're going to be renting space from a studio.
Right. Because it's a lot to, kind of put all that together. So they have to make sure that someone else is doing that. We specialize in airing the show. Or we specialize in producing the show. Or we specialize in the place where you produce the show.
AKA the studio.
Yeah.
But it's all really mingled. All these jobs, there's a ton of overlap. There's a ton of gray areas. When you think about your family, who does what? Who's in charge of doing the dishes? Or who's in charge of nurturing? Or there's a lot of overlap.
Yes.
Yeah.
I nurture.
Yes, exactly. And I do dishes.
Anyways.
And so does he.
So yeah, I guess so. Anyway, so those are all of the things that have to do with the acting jobs on Money Monday. So just to revamp, we have the actor, the parent or of the actor if the
Or guardian.
if the actor is younger than 18, the acting coach, the agent, the manager, the attorney, business manager or accountant, the casting director, the director, producer, executive director, producer,
and the network, studio, production company.
There you go. It's all in there. Now we're going to go over all those things in detail on the next Money Monday. Well, not all at the same time. I think the next one we're going to cover on Money Monday will be actually the actor, which will be number one. Number one will be on Monday. So there you go. There it is in a nutshell. We'll see you guys actually tomorrow for Take Action Tuesday.
That's right.
Are you guys enjoying this? If you're enjoying this, I think you are. We see all the likes and the clicks and the whatever. But, leave a comment below. Let us know, hey, this really helped me. Or I would like to know this. Or I would like to know that. Or Troy is really cool. That guy is so cool. Comments.
We like attention.
Have you noticed? Anyway, leave us a comment and let us know if you are enjoying this, if this helps you, how we can, include things that we can do to help you. And if you have any questions, send them to info@coloradoschoolofacting.com. info@coloradoschoolofacting.com.
We will answer your questions on Super Saturday.
Super Saturday.
That's right.
That's all we got today. See you guys later. Bye-bye.